All right, so I just got in the trade, euro-dollar long in the trade, stop at 111.16. And just to explain the setup, again, it's really yesterday's very high volume strength in the background that really gave a clear direction, and that's what I was waiting for in this range with some clear positioning from smart money, some high volume, so that typically this is not where I'd look to get in long. But we'll see how it behaves in here. If there's weakness, I can always close the trade, move my stop to break even. But it's clearly a bullish situation. And then looking at how it's behaving here, there's very little selling. There's a nice no supply test here with the 14. So we'll pop in here and see how much selling is active. And we could always react if there's an issue with supply coming in, weakness. Stop loss at 11. What is it? That's a lot of ones. It's 22 pips. 1.1116. Now I have to double check. You made me, I think I said it funny or something. No. 1.1116. 111.16. All right, looks like we're popping up there, but don't get too excited because you didn't point out the, okay, yeah. Because of course this could be high volume, widespread, come down and give weakness, right? In that case, I'm getting rid of risk immediately. So let's see what this really is, right? If I'm really worried about it at any point now, I can really just move my stop to break even. Because again, it popped up, weakness kind of starts this way. Aggressive breakouts also start this way, who knows, right? But I wouldn't mind moving my stop to break even pretty soon already, just because we're in the danger zone. It was a pretty good effort to move there. But if we look at the volume on this, not very high. We can even get in the 1 minute now and see that zone, the supply zone, how it's behaving. Okay, volume's a little high. We don't want that. But this one took a whole minute and sat there, so that's good. We didn't come down off of that. There's going to be some activity in here, but let's see how it reacts. We're up 9.5 pips. Yeah, I'm going to move my stop to break even now. Just because if it rejects the resistance zone, then I'm getting out. If it's a real breakout, let's just do it, right? It's trying. Again, if I hadn't missed time this week and been getting more trades, I would have let this one go. But a little more aggressive today, just trying to get something here. So at least we popped up and got rid of risk. Of course, if it comes down, we could reconsider getting in again at the same price area, whatever. But again, it's sort of the danger zone. But I like the way it's sitting up here and not rejecting. So that's key. Kick us right out anyway. How's the AU going? Yeah. But really, that's what I was waiting for yesterday, a little later in the day, New York, was finally a clear, high-volume background to work off of strength. It did a pretty standard move off of that, too. I think we're clean now. clean reaction moving up, and then like a fib retracement and a continuation. A bit of strength maybe down here. So who knows where this thing is going as far as targets, but let's see. It's a big ass fib. Typically my fibs don't go that far in time. But again, we're going to hit this high. We're going to get into new high ground. We got to make sure there's not weakness coming in, high volume. But maybe we'll get in here. Maybe we'll get to 618. Who knows? We'll keep these levels in mind. There's a lot coming up. 50, yes, yesterday's high, 50 fib. Just try to ride it out really until we see weakness, and particularly at those price levels we have marked. All right, so stop at break even on the euro-dollar long. Crucial territory here. We don't want to see weakness here. But what are we going to do, right? Nothing. No risk. See what happens. Thinking at least if we can get into new high ground, and we might see some weakness there and grab a little profit. It typically will, if it gets this high, we'll try to break out. If you just look at all the previous highs, it tries to break out. And then you have this high, tries to break out. Then you have this high, tries to break out, right? So I made my case. Okay, this might try to break out. Yeah. Ooh, see, got a little squash there. It's trying. See what we want to do with this. I'm looking at 30, 29, 28. I'm going to close half of this trade here. I grabbed that 27 pips. So I closed half. Stop still at break even. And really this is, who knows, right? Look at all that volume. So it could come right back down. That could be the end of it. If you want to close the whole trade, you could. If you want to close more, less, whatever. But with this much, this is the start of a sign of weakness. If it comes down, it may be over. Now, if the reaction to this is a higher close, then we may be good and just be seeing some very aggressive buying, and the sellers kind of get run over. Remember, that's also 50 fib here too, which is typically going to attract some selling right there. So it made it at least to here, right? 28 pips or so. Put some in the bank, and don't regret it if it comes down to hit your break even. Make sure you get something. But in the bigger picture, it'd be nice to maybe get through here, get to 618, who knows. But it is Friday, so I won't be leaving this over the weekend. Maybe start trailing it if we get above the 50. If we get above here, we're into the fib area. I could maybe start trailing it loosely behind the 14 EMA.